74. Gareth Hughes, Classic Violinka, 73.55. Lara Butler, Rubin Al-Assad, 70.128. Richard Davison, bubbling, just finished. And the final rider to close this rather impressive group of horses and riders in the Grand Prix Special is João Miguel Torrao, riding Ecuador, owned by Cudeleria Montevelo.
Cudeleria Montevelo. From Margarita.
Actually come from Portugal and is based currently with Carl Hester. Was 71.619 in the Grand Prix, so we'll
national competition in the UK.
See how this goes here.
Brilliant story, and very pleased indeed to have Joao Torrao with us.
Grand Prix.
This is a lovely stallion, Lusitano. We mustn't get these confused, as we tend to do. Yes, he's part of what they call the Iberian breeds.
So representing Portugal, we welcome to
the Lusitano
Joao Torrao
starts and is bred in Portugal. The PRE, or Andalusian, is bred in Spain.
O PRE.
O PRE, ela não.
Ela disse para não fazer confusão.
Para não fazer confusão. Percebeu-se muito bem.
So a convincing entry and depart. And likewise a very clear, definite, extended trot and straight. Perhaps could have come back to collection a bit more at K. It's not really collected. So that profile could have been more collected and a little softer, not so dramatic across the short end. And here the quarters need to come more with the horse in the half pass. I almost felt like he was actually being asked too much expression and volume for shall we say, to the detriment of suppleness for that one half pass. Clear passage, rhythmic, even, into the extended trot. The transition back was obedient but not as well defined as some we've seen. Now here we see a bit of tension behind, not constant, but it is there, so that tends to detract from the very high marks in the movement. And this, for me, half-pass looks better and the horse looks more comfortable in performing than the one we saw going to the left. You've got so much lift, it's very difficult not to create tension in the hind legs. There you saw it again. Perhaps you could say, yes, there's lots of lift, but I'd like to see the hind legs a little more under. And if he took the hind leg a little more under, the rhythm, you see, each time he asks for more lift, the horse gets a bit tense. So I think before, I don't know what Carl will say to him, but he has the expression, he has the ability to do really attractive passage. Maybe the horse needs to come through a little more in the back, get a little stronger in order to keep those hind legs under, so that the regularity and the flow of the passage is maintained. Definitely came down to a clear walk, could stretch over the back a little more, absolute clear transition and straight into the piaffe. slight swaying from forelimb to fore, but nothing too serious. Yeah. Again, you see occasionally that little zip on the left hind, and it's the horse is bringing the hind leg high, but he's not really bringing it under. And if your horse isn't able to bring the hind leg underneath, and you get such lift as this horse is given, the problem is it actually unbalances the horse, and so then the horse shows this sort of moment of suspension because it's not able to bring it forward, and yet it still has the instinct to bring the limb up. Carefully ridden and correctly from passage to canter.
Correct. Boa transição.
Até agora tem sido bem.
Impecável. É o que ela diz, né? Que há ali andamentos em que devia ter as pernas mais debaixo do corpo.
Almost began that half pass with the quarters, and perhaps also one would say too much bend in the neck. The reason we don't want to see too much bend in the neck is you actually bring the horse's balance out of alignment. That means equality on both sides, straightness, and we still can be what we call straight in a bent position or on a bent line. Means the hind legs and forelimbs balanced and follow the line that the rider sets.
São todos ingleses, é o único português, não é?
Há um irlandês e
Ah, é?
Lovely set of twos, very straight, and I would think with that jump, quite expressive.
Esta só tem dito bem.
Não disse só bem.
Disse só bem, disse. Agora disse bem.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, Gerard was very brave there. Absolute got the 15 ones, absolutely covered the diagonal. The only thing is that the hind leg could match the volume of the front leg a little more. Good to the extension, but did you see that? He did not make that flying change until he was on the track, so that could lose him a 0.5 or, depending on the judge how they see it, a point.
Bem hoje.
Balance, but lacks clear bend and flexion to the left.
são destas.
Yeah. Those were a little bit better because I don't think he was riding quite so forward, so he allowed the hind leg to match the foreleg a bit.
6.
Good, well done.
Well
done,
bem,
well
bem,
done.
bom,
Pirouette.
Foi bem. Era.
Era aqui que ele normalmente não ia muito bem.
Mas foi bem agora.
Foi. Boa transição.
Yes, the balance of the horse is, I think, quite powerful.
Estão lá muitas
Possibly
Eu acho que
not
desta vez foi
always
melhor que antes de ontem, não foi melhor?
subtle as Joao would like him to be in bringing him back to the collected and keeping his self-carriage, but doing a super job of riding.
Bem.
When he is lucky enough to study under the professor, Carl Hester, I am sure, with his already clear skills as a rider and a lovely horse, we will see some very interesting development.